Hello, everybody, and welcome to our 7th webinar here at Dayton Progress. My name is Oliver Knobl, and I'm the head of product management for the European Business Division. I'm very happy you could join us today, and thank you for spending the next 30 minutes with us. And yes, what can I say? Time is the key theme here. And our slogan, we care about your time, isn't just a phrase for us. So it's a promise. Your time is just as important for us as also the quality of our products. And yeah, from fast delivery times over short or fast quotes over fast delivery times and extended maintenance intervals, we are always looking for ways to save your time. This is also the subject for our today's webinar. It's about saving your time too, and we'll introduce you today to an innovative system designed to reduce maintenance times. This session is titled Boost Efficiency and Reduce Costs with the Borlog Quick Change System. And I'm happy to introduce you our today's presenter. It's Mr. Peter Schneider, our German branch manager, and also the former holder of my position as head of product management. So to all of you, I can say enjoy the session today. And now it's your turn, Peter. I'm handing over to you.
Hello together and many thanks to Olli for the opening words. My name is Peter Schneider, Managing Director for Germany, and I like to use the chance to show you the Borlog system and also to explain a little bit features and benefits and of course the function from this system. The Borlog system is not new. In fact, it has been on the market for more than 70 years and it is widely used in various applications. Currently, its primary customers are in the automotive industry like VW Group, BMW, JLR, Ford, GM, Tesla, and all other bigger companies which produce mass production. Why do they use it? This system enables very fast punch replacement, significantly reducing the downtime. Downtime costs processing and always be available. Additionally, the system supports the use of punches with a point larger than shank. That means that since the punch can be inserted from the front of the retainer, you are not limited by the dimension of the punch shank. On the right-hand side, you can see just 3 examples of the punches. The small ones are showing the Borlog heavy-duty and light-duty versions. The difference is just the, let's say, the tier, what you can see as a small growth in the punch. And the other one is the Borlog punch point larger than shank. That means that is the punch that you can use for bigger holes and so on. With its accuracy, the Borlog system is suitable for numerous stamping applications in the automotive industry, in the white good industry, in the appliance and other sectors as well. In the next slides, I want to show you how it works and how you can use it for. Here you can see a small cutting view from a retainer with the punch in it. You can see in red the ball. Behind the ball is the spring which keeps the ball in position, and this ball has the effect that the punch cannot come out. On the right hand side you can see this ball itself and different springs. These springs are changeable in the retainer depending on the spring load what you need to have the ball in the right position. As well, can you see different tools to pull the punch and to push the ball back that you can remove the punch out of the retainer. A short explanation how it works. In the ball lock system, the punch is mounted into the retainer that features a spring-loaded ball to hold the punch securely in place and ensure proper positioning. Mounting and removal are very easy. To mount the punch, it simply needs to be inserted into retainer from the front side. On the opposite, to demount it, it's very easy. You have just to remove the spring, the ball, and you can remove the punch out of it. During the process to mounting the punch, you have two opportunities to see if it fits in the right position. The visual confirmation, can you see it's shown like a T on the punch, and every punch has this T lasered on. This T shows, is it deep enough? Is the punch deep enough in the retainer? And is it in the right position? Parallel, you can have an acoustically click indicates the punch is properly seated in the retainer. Of course, we have two possibilities. Sometimes in the press shop, it is very loud and you can't hear the click. And so you can do the visual check and you can be on the safe side that the punch is in the right position in the retainer. To remove the punch from the retainer, the ball needs to be pushed using the punch release tool. You can see it on the left-hand side down. The retainer can remain in the die, but simply releasing the ball, the punch can be pulled out. This saves a lot of time as there is no need to demount the retainer. During this process, you can use the punch release tool that you can see also on the left-hand side. It has two functions. You can keep the punch very good, and of course it has also safety features. You can't come in touch with the shape itself. That means you can't cut your hand and you can't destroy the punch. Ollie, next please. We have a short video what you will show the function, and on one hand, on the other hand, how the T, that means the VZ lock, how it's called from the Dayton side, is working and how it boosts your efficiency.
Production is in full swing for a customer, and then tool breakage. How could this happen? The ball lock punch was not correctly positioned in the retainer, which is why the punch came loose and damaged the press during the next stroke. This is extremely annoying because repairing the machine and shutting down the production is very expensive. Doc Triangle knows how to prevent this in the future by using ball lock punches with VisiLock. Theo knows exactly when the punch is correctly positioned and cannot come loose. When the horizontal marking lines up precisely with the surface of the retainer and the vertical marking lines up with the ball release and the pinhole, the punch is correctly positioned and locked in place. Theo is thrilled. Thank you, Dayton Progress, for solving my problem.
Okay, you've seen the video, and I hope if you have in the future a problem, you can keep in contact with us, and Doc Triangle will help you as good as he can. So now back to the ball lock system. Where are ball lock products used? You can use it in high volume production like automotive industry. For moderate precision, the tolerance is always between plus minus 0.01 millimeters. For soft and mild steels, material thicknesses from 0.5 millimeter to 9.5 millimeter, and low or medium speed press operations, means up to 50 strokes per minute. The first step during the evolution of ball lock system has been, it was just one system available, and at this point in time it was called light duty. But today, depending on the new demand on the punches, what they have to hold and what they have to do, we have two systems on the market, light duty and heavy duty. Light duty applications can you use till a maximum stripping force of 25 kilonewtons. In the Dayton system, you can see it signed with a C, and the heavy duty versions are approximately usable for stripping force of 35 kilonewton. This is our type B. We have standard sizes for the punch shank, and we have also the standard sizes for the retainers. You can see the numbers written here. On the right hand side and on the bottom you can see different pictures of retainers. Beginning with the NRT, this is the easiest one. The NRT is just the retainer which the punch hole with two screw holes, and it is just usable for a round punch hole because the position is given through the dowel pin hole in center of the punch. Then we have two other types like the BRT-OP, the solid version, or the BRT. This is a version with a plug in it. The BRT-OP version especially has been developed many years ago for the European market, because all the European customers wants to have it with meanwhile 3 dowel pin holes, that it is interchangeable, is it adjustable, and so on. And so we have different. In total, let's say, in summary, there are 35 different retainers available for different retainers. Each norm, each country wants to have and has their own taste and wants a little bit different, but the most popular retainers are these 3 retainers. For the ball system, like I explained before, we have different retainers. We have already seen the plug version. We have already seen the solid version, the BRT-OP. On the right-hand side, you can see the multi-position version. Our retainer, the triangle, what you can see, has been developed to optimize the size of the retainer, that you can bring really close together some holes in the same applications. But sometimes you can't use these retainers because the holes are too next to each other. Then you can use a multi-position retainer. This retainer is a special developed part for the customer. We need just your data in which position you want to have the punches, and then we can define your retainer for you. That is always possible, and also here we have different sizes, different possibilities. You can have it with the plug, you can have it with a complete backing plate behind the punches. To make a short summary, benefits on using ball lock systems, just some comments again. Fast punch replacement. You can reduce really your downtime. You have not to demount the retainer out of the die. That means you have not to open 2 screws. You have not to demount 2 dowel pins and have not to clean everything. You have just to pull out the punch, put in the new one, and you can start with your production again. The quick change mechanism optimizes production processes very well. It is easy to use, like you've seen in the pictures before and in a short movie. to put in the punch, to pull out the punch is really, really easy. And with the features what we can have, like the T or the click, what you can hear, you can be on the safe side that the punch is in the right position. There's an ensure price punch alignment confirmed both visually and actually given. Versatility is suitable for a wide range of stamping applications, including automotive, white goods, and other appliances. At first, as Olli explained what we want to do, we care about your time. And so with this system, you can really dramatically reduce your setup time. Very often, I explained no need to demount the retainer for punch changes is really saving your time. Long service life, robust design, and EU quality guarantee durability. Flexible, you can accommodate punches with larger shank points without dimensional restrictions. That means you don't need to have a special punch with an oven design. You can use a standard design with your own shape. As summary, you have the cost efficiency, minimized downtime, and enhanced productivity, lowering overall production costs. Now the chat is open. Do not hesitate to send your question, and I try to give you answers as good as I can. Many thanks.
Yes, thank you, Peter. And yes, as Peter said, the chat is now also, or it was already open for questions. And well, there's the first one from Ben. Peter, is it possible to use the ball lock system also with special cutting geometries?
Yes, of course. In our pictures, what we have shown, we have shown just easy pictures, round punches. You can have every shape on it. In our catalogs, when you open it, you can see we have already standardized a lot of shapes. Some are shown on the first pictures, 11 standard shapes, but we have also this defined in our catalog with C shapes. You can see a lot of C shapes with different numbers. All is given here, but that is not the end. We can really produce every shape what you need to have in your die. You need just to have your CAD files, and in reference to your CAD files, we can make your special customized shape what you need to have.
Okay. Thank you. Another question again from Ben. It's how many cycles per minute can be realized?
That is a good question. What is the limitation of the ball lock system? You have seen in the section cut, the ball is keeping the punch in position. Now we have a system which is running, and through the kinematic energy, it could be that the punch or that the ball can start to bounce. We call it ball bouncing. This is depending on the stroke fastness. We need then to take care what is reliable and what can we solve. How can we solve it? You've seen on the first pictures we have different springs which we can put into the retainer, called booster springs. Booster means not more, no less. We have a higher force on it. You can see it here. We have a higher force on this, and you can really keep the ball down. Of course, each positive effect has a negative effect. In that case, to remove or to push in the ball to remove the punch is more heavy to do that. But also we have a solution for that. In the retainer is a small thread in the hole what you usually use to put in the punch release tool. there is a thread in it. You can also type in or drill in the punch release tool. It has a thread on outside. It's not depending if you have big arms or small arms. You can use it to help yourself. But in the reality, what I've seen over 20 years in the business, between 50 and maximum 60 strokes per minute, that should be the maximum strokes per minute what you should use for. For all other things which are higher, you should use different punch systems like the ISO 8020 punch system with the headed punch or trombone headed punch or other ones. But in the mass production, what we could see here, like in the automotive industry, usually they're running with 35 till 40 strokes per minute. And for this applications, this system is really perfect. I hope this has been the answer for your question, Ben. Are there more questions?
Yes, there are. We have, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's Christophe Despuis. That sounds French. So the question is, could you explain how can we remove the punch from the retainer?
How you can remove the punch from the retainer is quite easy. At first, you have the ball release tool. You can see it here on the picture on the right-hand side. Looks like a screwdriver. On the right-hand side of the punch, a little bit under the ball, you can see a small hole. Just to put in this punch, this ball release tool through this tool, with this you can then remove the ball. You have seen it in the video. In the video, when you put in the punch, the ball goes to the top. And that is the same effect when you use the ball release tool. You can push it to the top and then you can remove the punch. It's quite easy.
Okay, thank you. Well, the next one I think is not a question. It's just like a statement from Krishna Dev Mishra. I think it's a good option to follow SMED, so single minute exchange of die, if I'm correct. And yes, thank you, Krishna, for that. So at the moment, I cannot see any more questions coming up. Of course, you are always welcome if you have further questions about the system or all other products from Dayton Progress service we are offering. Just let us know. You have our contacts on our website. There's also a contact site where you can enter your question aligned with your email address, and we are always happy to answer all your questions and help you with your concerns.
And please take the chance, if you have an application and you don't know which system you can use to make a hole in your part, do not hesitate to ask us. We try to help as good as we can. And we have Dr. Rangel on site and he will help us as well.
All right. Thank you, Peter. And thank you all for
Welcome.
your time. Hope to see you on the next webinar. Thank you. Have a good time. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.